there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another Behind the Corner, where I take you behind the scenes of Bauer's Game Corner and talk about all the different things about running Bauer's Game Corner. And right now, we're going to be talking about my month of April 2021. We're going to be digging deep into all the numbers. I'm going to show you everything that you might possibly want to see, most likely here. So, boom, the first thing I know a lot of people are interested in, how much do we actually make on a channel like this? I made $187 last month, which is around par for the course. So I had 217. March was a big month. So yeah, and that's great. I mean, that's extra income, and you can really tell I started to put a lot more effort into my channel last September. Because if you're newer to the channel, you might not know this, but over a decade, I worked with children in a kind of low-income daycare. Like, that was, it's not all low-income kids, but a lot of low-income kids, and that was really something that I enjoyed, and then I had to quit my job because of COVID. And so then I stayed home and just adjusted to all that. And it was a jarring change for me. And so for like the first 12 months, I was a wreck. And then you can tell right here in September, this is when I really started to put a lot more effort into Bauer's Game Corner and started to see the potential of this being a long-term thing. And you'll see the numbers. So like last April, I made $85. This April, I made $187. And who's to say if I don't keep pounding the drum, next April, that's not $500. You never know. Never know. But the other big thing, and then look, this graph right here gets me so excited. And we're going to break down exactly what videos were the most popular and made the most money. But right now, we're just looking at things at a overview. So 202 subscribers, that's spectacular for me. And that might be one of my biggest subscriber months ever right there. And I can, luckily, YouTube lets me be my own boss, and I can check that. Let's see. Let's check it out. So, no, I did have one bigger one back here in August, and that was Gen Con Bonanza. Gen Con Bonanza. People love Gen Con Bonanza. But still, very proud of that number. That shows me that a lot of the things that I'm working on are really resonating with people, which is great. So watch time, I don't really care too much about that, but it's better. It's always good. And then views. So right here, 59,000 in March, which you're saying, oh, so you're down. But March was a weird month because I had the opportunity to do a Kickstarter video for Stellaris, which was this massive video game project that they were doing a board game for. And unfortunately, I actually hated that video. I was not a fan of that video, and I'm never going to do a video like that again because I thought I was going to play the game and then be commenting on the game, but they were like, actually, well, it'd just be easier if we just showed you a couple rounds. And then I didn't quite get a feel for everything. It's like it has this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And I tried to still do the preview, and it was not something I was happy with. So now I've made Bauer's Game Corner will no longer be doing any previews if I haven't played the game, which sounds obvious, but you would be surprised how many emails I get asking people to do that. But this will take a look here at the most popular videos of the month, and Friday Night Funkin', the full-ass game Kickstarter critique. And you'll see a lot of Kickstarter critiques up here because those things are really stinking popular, and they're helping me grow massively, and yet I'm still going to do all the review stuff and the thoughts from the corner and whatnot, especially more as the pandemic, is getting more in the review mirror. Obviously, it's still right here, but people are socializing, normalizing, board game groups are becoming more and more frequent. I will be getting more content up, hopefully. So, 32 subscribers from one video, though. And this is why, what's so appealing to me about Kickstarter critiques. Got to look at it from this perspective. On this Kickstarter critique, I sat down and I talked about a game for 29 minutes. I made a quick thumbnail. I did all the details here. And most of this is just copy-paste. The only thing I need to fill in here, Kickstarter link. You do the tags down here to make it so that I'm going to be able to be seen. So if you type in full ass game, I'm number 2. So that's great. And that's, oh wait, no, I don't want to go back because I was going to look some more at the analytics. Okay. But anywho, so from my perspective, 30 minutes of my time, maybe 35 making the thumbnail, doing the tags and everything like that. And I gain $9.26. That's $18 an hour. That's insane. Granted, this is the most popular video, my most popular Kickstarter critique ever. But what I'm getting at is it's a taste. And as I gain more subscribers and I gain a more varied subscriber base, these numbers are going to become more routine, which means the subscribers are going to be becoming more routine. And before you know it, I've actually had some people talk to me behind the scenes, and they've been like, dude, you got to be careful with how you talk about these Kickstarters, because as you continue to grow, you could potentially become like a Kickstarter tastemaker. Which I was like, what? What does that even mean? But essentially, it means the bigger you get, the heavier your weight is, and you could potentially hurt Kickstarters. Shut up and sit down. Obviously, I'm not trying to compare myself to Shut Up and Sit Down, but as I continue to grow, that is going to be something that I'm going to be more cognizant of, which is a really interesting thing to think about. But let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. I personally just feel like I should still keep being honest, but I don't know. But 32 subscribers in about 35 minutes of work, that's amazing. Like, that's absolutely amazing. And then we got Chess Up, which is, because once again, I try to connect them a lot of the time to board games. And this one, I think this one's going to have great legs. So 11 subscribers and $16. And that's another really interesting thing. I never quite understand exactly how Kickstarter works. Like, why did this video make me $16, but this one may only make me $9, despite the fact it has 3,000 more views and roughly the same view duration. Like, it all boggles my mind how the everything behind the scenes work. So we have Mystery Science Theater, who, I got a bone to pick. This is Behind the Corner. You want honesty, I give you the honesty. They saw my video. They might not have commented to me. They might not have messaged me back because I reached out to them and say, hey, watch, here's X, Y, and Z. As I like to do. I like to reach out to people and say, hey, this is what I did. Sometimes it's a harder thing to do if it's a more critical critique. But they took it, and within like 3 days, they used so much from the video. They changed so much things just abruptly. Like, they were there, and they were just like, right turn. We're and they didn't reach out to me. And I was like, come on. You're not even going to give me a little shout out or something? I'll remember that, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Illuminati second edition interview. I don't get why this is so damn popular still. I said it last time I did this. I really need to make a new thumbnail on this, and I keep forgetting to do it. And I really shouldn't, because look, 1,000 people watched this 3-year-old interview about the second edition of a game that most of us will never ever play. And it's just like, why? And let's see. So I'm very curious, how much does a video like this actually make me in a month? That's a great question you may be asking yourself, Forrest. I made $1.95. I made $1.95 off that game. Oh, actually, let's see. Oh, just for the month of April. Let's check it out. $1.97 and 2 subscribers. And that's one of the other reasons why I absolutely love those Gen Con bonanzas. Like with a Gen Con, I've always had this mindset that every time you create a piece of YouTube content and you throw it out into the internet, it's kind of like scratching a lottery ticket. And, sometimes those lottery tickets hit, sometimes they don't. Now, granted, that's not how all people look at it. But with the Kickstarter, when I go to Gen Con, I release like 100 videos in a weekend. By the way, it's coming in September. Just be braced. You're going to learn a lot about board games if you want to. But, and every single one of those has a chance to like flourish into like a really popular game. It's really cool. So then we finally have the first real review, which was the Clue Suspect card game. Which, I'll be brutally honest with you, for a long time, this was my #1 game. Like, there was probably like an 8-month streak of this being my #1 or my #2, which really should show you just how much staying power some of these mass market style card games have. And honestly, that used to be my bread and butter. Back when I was making, dollars a day instead of like $4 or $5 a day, it used to be like, oh, I got a penny off Clue Suspects. Look at this. Since that's published. So I bought this. I think I got this from that hoarder guy. But this game has already made me $30 almost and 51 subscribers. That's massive. Now let's just check out in the last month, though. So in April, how much does this older... $1.80, 1 subscriber. And you know what? As long as this game stays in print, that $1.80 is just going to be rolling in. Every month, baby. $1.80, $1.80, $1.80. And it's... So I love how my YouTube channel is just kind of changing and evolving, because I have all these videos that are going to be evergreen videos that are just going to get me quarters and dollars for the rest of my life. Well, for decades to come, conceivably, as long as YouTube keeps coming. But now I'm mixing in these Kickstarter critiques, which normally don't have the longest legs, even though this Genki Shadowcast. Like, look at this. I made this in January 9th, and yet it's still got legs. Let's just check it out. April. $23 on that. That's great. $1.46. I made $1.46 off this. And once again, this is 21. That's 25 minutes of my time. Actually, that thumbnail probably took me a while. That was when I first started to learn how to make thumbnails. All right, but let's dig into the weeds a little bit more. Let's stop looking at the top 10. Let's see more, because once you get it deeper into YouTube, they really start showing you absolutely everything you want with this. I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, Friday Night Chess. Oh, that's when Friday Night Funkin' had the big thing. And now you can see what a big day on, and this is kind of cool, you can see what I consider to be a big day for a YouTube video at my current stature, which is 862. Holy crap, that's a lot of views for one day. That gets me excited. Even though I think last month Stellaris blew that away. Let's check out the last 90 days, and we'll see a big spike for Stellaris. Yep, right there. and that right there just tells you how much bigger video games are than board games. That's based off that very, very popular video game. All right, but back to just April. So what metrics to take a look at? Let's go with subscribers gained. That's always a good one to look at. Subscribers lost. I'm always a big fan of that. And sometimes I can pinpoint why I lost subscribers. Be like, oh yeah, my audio was bad on this one. Let's check out likes. You know what? I never check out likes and dislikes. Let's add that in there. Let's just add some more metrics. I think it'll be more interesting. I wish they just had like a full... Oh wait, no, I think this will stay like... I don't know. All right, so let's take a look at what we got. The one that had the most likes, Friday Night Funkin', that makes sense. That was the most popular. But aside from that, which one's got the most like? How many games do I... Oh, that was the contest. Okay. Growing Season Kickstarter critique. Yeah, I tore them to shreds because their shipping was just abysmal to everywhere in the world except for Europe and Spain. And they took great offense to that. But look at that. Holy guacamole. Look at that number right there. That, see, and I don't, it's 10 minutes. Like, I bet that's my longest one. Like, that's, 11 minutes for my father's work. That was another one. So, apparently, the more critical critiques, people are watching longer. Like, when it's just me like, oh, this is awesome and amazing. No, but look at, so the Marvel United one, that one's still at 8 minutes. This is really interesting here. I tore them to shreds once again, a little bit for their shipping. Interesting. That's really interesting. Top 38 Tableau building games. That was a list. I need to get back into doing those. All right, but let's take a look at subscribers lost. Let's see if there's any noticeable video where it was like, oh, I lost a lot of subscribers. Not really much. Aroma, an unboxing video. I hate unboxing videos. I really do. I hate them. And you're like, why would you do them then? That's so stupid. And it's like, because people watch them, and they're easy. And as much as I say I hate them, I have looked at a few of them from time to time. I see their value. I see their merit, which is why I do them, even though I'm not the biggest fan of shooting them, but I still try to make them at least kind of interesting. And then that also gained me a subscriber as well. So, whatevs. And as you can see, this is kind of good. This is what I kind of like to see. There's not like one particular video where it's just like, oh, we're out, enough of this crap. Because, you know, what I'm trying to do is just trying to make Bauer's Game Corner more of a flea market. More of where, like, when you come to Bauer's Game Corner, you don't know what you're going to see. There's always going to be board game stuff. Yeah, but what? Like I did a webcomic. Oh, there's a popular video game. Oh, this is a 3D printer. Like, I just kind of want to make it more around the nerd / geek genre as opposed to just pigeonholed into board games. Because the way I've always seen it, at least recently, I should say. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't say I've always seen it. I've only seen the light since about last September. Which is that board games are totally tiny compared to every other hobby, pretty much. And if I can start appealing to every other hobby, like they say, oh, wow, because then you look at the Kickstarter critique. Now, there's other people doing it now. I've noticed a couple people who are doing pretty much exactly what I do, but they look a little bit prettier. They got the not prettier physically, but like, oh, we got the nice chair, we got this, we got that, we got sound effects, stuff like that, which, you know, one day I might get to that. That's honestly why I'm kind of cleaning like mad all over the place right now, because I really want to turn this into an office. But that's neither here nor there. I see other people doing it, which lets me know that, wow, I need to keep doing it as well. Like, I'm going to be an OG of this, but it also leads me to the fact that nobody else is probably doing this on video games. Nobody else is probably doing this on movies. Nobody else is doing this on tech. Which means that if I do it on those other things, I'm then going to claw those people who are like, this is something I really like and no one else is doing it. Kind of being like, oh, well, if no one else is doing it, I guess I'm going to subscribe to this guy. And then like, oh, hey, board games. Well, I'll check out these board games. You know, he seems to like board games a lot. Blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, this is cool. I'm excited. All right, but let's get to subscribers game. Let's see what the big one is. I know it's Friday Night Funkin'. Awesome. Welcome. Chess Up. Great. That one fits. Canvas Reflections. So yeah, this is great. A little bit surprised to see that one there. That wasn't a particularly popular video. Look, so 271 views, but 8 people subscribed to it. That's a really good ratio. Average view duration of 7 minutes as well. Awesome. John Company, 6. So Rise of the Gnomes, 5. And as you can see, Look at this. These are just routine Tuesday live streams. Random Tuesday live stream. Random Tuesday live stream. Random Tuesday live stream. Random Tuesday. Like, these are all just Tuesday live streams where people were just stuck around. And that's amazing. And then we got Coral Island, which, once again, that has legs. I published this in February. And this really, every single time that there's a big video game that comes up on Kickstarter, I am so on it. Like, I try to be on it. Because look at Coral Island. Like, once again, so this was a 29-minute video. This probably was about 35 minutes of work. And it got me 11 subscribers, $6. That's amazing. Like, that's spectacular to me. Like, that's awesome. 11 subscribers. You know, people are really digging the segment. It's great. All right. Anything else that I thought might be interesting on here? Let's take a look. Yeah, we'll show you what's about it. So we're at 700. Oh, yeah. So this is cool. This is a new thing they added, actually. That just shows you subscribers like live, which is really cool. They didn't used to do that as easily, but now it's kind of spotlight. And once again, this really, I loved looking at this, like this last 365 days. This is so telling. Like, it's just like, here we go, 6,347 up until about September, right? So from, and actually we can go even further back, can't we? Let's just go lifetime. Like, look at that. So what? Actually, this isn't impressed by thought. So, like, see. So, September, so 6,400 in August. So, from January to August, I gained about 400 subscribers, it looks like. No, like 330. 330. But then September to now, it's 6,519. So, it's like 800. So, it's more than double. You know, it's like 2.3 or something like that. It's really super awesome, and I'm excited. And thank you for coming along this journey. And I'm sorry if this was a rambling one. I got a lot on my mind right now. I do apologize for that. But, as always, if you enjoyed this segment, please let me know in the comments what you would like to see. If there was some particular thing that you would like to know more of the behind the scenes of running Bowers Game Corner, or just running a YouTube channel in general, because I've done it for 9 years. I've been around the block a couple times. So let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.